If you're more of a visual learner, check us out on YouTube where we draw out details of the PMP exam. Find us at PM Notebooks and subscribe. The link is also in the details of this podcast. This is the PMP and the Snap. Sneak in a quick lesson into your busy schedule so you can pass that exam. Let's snap in. Hey there, project management pros and PMP hopefuls. Welcome back to PMP and the Snap, your favorite place for bite-sized insights on all things project management. I'm your host, Kaye B, and today we're continuing our dive into integration management. If you're just joining us, don't worry, I'll catch you up real quick. Then we're going to go into shining a spotlight on one of the most important processes in this knowledge area, develop project management plan. Trust me, if you want to be the project manager who has it all together, or at least looks like it, then this is the process you need to manage. Let's get into it. Alright, for those who missed it, or you need a refresher, integration management is the big boss of all the knowledge areas. It's the part of your job where you ensure every single piece of the project puzzle fits together perfectly. Think of it like a conductor in an orchestra. Scope, schedule, budget, quality, resources, they're all instruments, and your job is to make sure they play in harmony. It's no small feat, but that's why it's so important. Integration management is made up of 7 processes, starting with develop project charter, we covered that last time, and then ending with close project or phase. And smack dab in the middle of it all, develop project management plan. What is the project management plan? If the project charter is your project's birth certificate, then the project management plan is like a detailed instruction manual. It's a document that pulls together all the little plans, the scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, risk, and so on, into one cohesive roadmap. It's your go-to guide of how the project will be executed, monitored, and controlled. Essentially, it's the rule book for your project. So then, how do you develop the project management plan? We're going to break this down into PMP-friendly language. So, you can't just pull a project management plan out of thin air. You'll need the following inputs. Number 1, the project charter. Remember, this document gives you the why and the what. Number 2, outputs from other processes. Think of these as all the puzzle pieces like the schedule, budget, and risk plans that you need to compile into the big picture. And number 3, enterprise environmental factors and the organizational process assets. These are things like company policies, templates, and industry standards that influence how you plan. Next is the tools and techniques that you'll use to craft the plan. Number 1, expert judgment. Call in your experts, your colleagues, stakeholders, and subject matter specialists that can provide you with valuable insights. Number 2, data gathering. Techniques like brainstorming, focus groups, and interviews that will help you identify what needs to be included in the plan. Number 3, interpersonal and team skills. Facilitation is a big one here. You need to bring people together to ensure the plan makes sense to everyone involved. And number 4, it's meetings again. Love them or hate them, this is where all the magic and decision making happens. Finally, the output is a project management plan itself. Let me tell you, this is not a quick one-pager. It's a comprehensive covering of subsidiary management plans, which is like scope, schedule, cost, etc., baselines, which are like scope baselines, schedule baselines, and cost baselines, and any additional information needed to manage the project effectively. Now you might be thinking, why do I need to spend so much time on this plan? Can't I just wing it? Well, let me stop you there. Without a solid project management plan, your project is like a road trip without a GPS. Sure, you might get there eventually, but you'll probably hit a lot of detours, dead ends, or just completely drive off the cliff. This plan is your blueprint for success. It aligns your team, sets expectations with stakeholders, and gives you the tools to monitor and control the project. Plus, when there's something inevitably goes sideways, you'll have a baseline to compare it against. Alright PMs, let's recap. Number 1, integration management is about tying all the project pieces together. Number 2, the project management plan is your ultimate guide for how the project will be executed, monitored, and controlled. And then number 3, you create it by gathering inputs such as tools like expert judgment and meetings and pulling everything together into one cohesive document. Remember, the effort you put into this plan up front will pay off tenfold when you're in the thick of things of the project. That is it for today's episode of PMP in the Snap. If you're loving these quick dives into the PMP concepts, don't forget to hit subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with your project management buddies. And if you have questions or topics you want me to cover, please drop me a line. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep studying for the PMP exam. See you soon. Are you finding it hard to track what you need to focus on for the PMP? We got just the thing for you. Go to pmnotebooks.com and sign up to get a free PMP study planner. This planner is created to help you map out your attack on the exam so you can pass it on the first time. In addition, you'll get some bonus tips about the exam. The link is also in the podcast description.